You're a rich man with a life of glitter and gold, fancy cars, huge houses, and all the success money can buy. One bright morning, on the very day you're about to get married, your own child, yes, your son, says something so shocking that it stops the whole wedding and changes everything about your world. Today I'm going to tell you the real story of Mr. Oliver, a kind millionaire whose life was turned upside down by one brave confession. Stay with me because what happens next might just change how you see everything. Once upon a time in a busy city full of sparkling skyscrapers and busy streets, there lived a generous millionaire named Mr. Oliver. He was known for his big heart and amazing parties. Even though he had all the money in the world, deep inside, Mr. Oliver longed for love, honesty, and true friendship. Mr. Oliver was planning a wonderful wedding with a kind and charming lady named Amelia. Everyone expected the wedding to be perfect. Flowers everywhere, laughter filling the halls, and a future as bright as the morning sun. But little did anyone know, in the middle of all those happy plans was a secret waiting to be told. His son Max, a quiet and thoughtful boy who loved reading about science and adventures in space, had been carrying a heavy secret in his heart. Max had spent many evenings wondering about the choices his father made. You see, Mr. Oliver's wealth came not just from luck, but from many risky business decisions, big deals and computer programs that helped him count every coin, much like solving a tricky math problem. Yet even the best programs can have small errors if not watched closely. Max knew that sometimes numbers and money do not tell the whole truth. There were moments when Mr. Oliver had to choose profit over care, decisions that hurt people along the way. And as a son who loved his dad dearly, Max felt he must speak up, even if it meant breaking his father's joyful wedding mood. The day before the wedding, on a sunny afternoon, when Mr. Oliver was busy looking at charts and graphs at his office, yes, even millionaires do math sometimes, Max discovered something special. Hidden in an old desk was a small safe box filled with letters and documents. These were letters from a time when Mr. Oliver was not yet rich. They told of hard times, big mistakes, and choices that sometimes hurt others. A secret side of the story that no one had ever talked about before. Max felt his heart thump fast like when you jump during your favorite playground game. Even though he was only a teenager, he understood that every decision in life is important. Just like how every ingredient in your favorite cookie makes it taste just right. If you forget one ingredient, the cookie might not be as sweet. That evening, as the wedding lights started to glow in the halls, Max's mind was filled with questions. Is my dad still the kind man I know? Does he even know how much his heart matters more than money? He spent a long time practicing what he would say, knowing that his words might shake the ground beneath him. The big day arrived. The wedding hall was decorated with colorful ribbons, shining lights, and smiling faces. Guests chatted happily, and everyone eagerly waited for Mr. Oliver and Amelia's union. But just minutes before the ceremony was to begin, Max took a deep breath and stepped forward. With eyes shimmering and a voice a bit shaky, Max said, "Daddy, please listen. I have something very important to tell you." The room suddenly quieted, and all eyes turned to the pair. Max continued, "I know you are very rich, and money is important. But Dad, there is something far more important. Your heart. I found these letters that show how much you struggled, how many hard choices you had to make before you got all the money. I worry that while we chase numbers, we forget the people who matter most. I'm telling you this because I love you too much to see you lost in a world of glitter without remembering what is truly real." He then added with a small yet determined smile, "It's like playing soccer. Sometimes you might be so focused on scoring goals that you forget to pass the ball to your friends. Daddy, we must share the game of life with love and care. Without that, even the winning goal feels empty." The words were simple but full of meaning. Every guest listened intently. Some felt the sting of truth like a tiny shock, while others understood the brave honesty of a boy who cared enough to speak from the heart. At first, Mr. Oliver's face froze in surprise. His eyes grew wide as if he'd seen a huge, unexpected spider in his room. Then he took a slow, deep breath. In all his years and with all his wealth, he had never thought of looking so deeply at himself in his past. Max's words were like a mirror, showing him a part of his soul he had hidden behind numbers and business deals. Mr. Oliver remembered his early days when every decision was a complicated puzzle. He thought about those moments when he chose quick gains over kind actions, decisions that made him lose some of the values he once held dear. He realized that his life, much like a well-written computer program, needed every line of code, every decision, to be just right, or else the whole system might crash. In that quiet, heavy moment, Mr. Oliver looked at Max with new eyes. "Max," he said softly, "thank you for making me understand that love and truth are more important than all the glitter in the world. Today you have helped me see that caring for others is the real treasure." The wedding was postponed that day. Mr. Oliver gathered Amelia, Max, and even his closest friends together. They talked long into the evening about how a life filled only with money could feel empty without love, honesty, and laughter. His fiancée, Amelia, being a kind and wise soul, agreed that sometimes the bravest step is to pause, reflect, and start again. Let's pause here and think about what we can learn from Mr. Oliver's story. Every day we make choices that work like little investments. Some of those investments bring us joy, while others sometimes hurt the people we care about. Even if we are chasing something shiny like money or success, think of it like building a really cool sand castle. You need just the right mix of sand and water. If you miss the water, the castle crumbles. In our lives, if we don't add care and love to our plans, nothing holds up well, even if it looks grand from the outside. Mr. Oliver's mistake was not checking his emotional balance as carefully as he checked his bank account. Just like in a video game where you check for bugs before moving to the next level, sometimes we need to check if our feelings and relationships are working the way we want them to. His son Max, in a small yet brave way, pointed out that not everything can be fixed by money, not even a magical algorithm or a fancy business plan. I believe that sometimes the smallest voice in a crowded room is the one that needs to be heard the most. Max's confession showed how important it is for us to listen to our hearts and to each other. It reminds me that every person, big or small, has wisdom, and that even the simplest truths can change the course of our lives. As the sun set that day, Mr. Oliver made a promise to rebuild his life on new, honest foundations. Instead of hurrying to a wedding just for show, he chose to put family, kindness, and truth first. He worked closely with Amelia, Max, and their friends to plan a new celebration, a celebration of hearts unburdened by glitter, and a reminder that the real treasure in life is love and trust. That evening, while sipping a warm cup of tea, Mr. Oliver smiled and even joked, "Looks like my spreadsheets have nothing on my son's honesty." The laughter that followed was gentle and kind, a reminder that even when truths are hard to accept, a touch of humor can help us remember that life moves forward with love and understanding. So friends, here is the lesson from Mr. Oliver's journey. Always be honest. Even when it's hard, honesty builds the strongest bonds. Value people over things. Money can buy many things, but it can't buy the happiness brought by love and truth. Listen to your heart. Sometimes the wisest advice comes from the smallest voice. If you enjoyed this story and want more real, heartfelt adventures like this one, please subscribe to our channel for new videos every week. Make sure to click the bell icon so you'll never miss a story that might change your world too. And before you go, click over to our next video on how small acts of kindness change lives on the end screen. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the truth is the brightest light in a world full of glitter.